Hey, everybody, and welcome to a Kentucky Oaks 2018 preview. It's a great field we have assembled down there at Churchill Downs for this Friday, but as always, make sure you play the Oaks and all the other races from Churchill using your Naira Bets account. We have that $200 sign-up bonus using promo code SPRING. Make sure you check out NairaBets.com for all the details, and too, if you are able to hit the Oaks and Derby Exacta, you get that 10% winners bonus, so $28 back in your account if you're able to hit that. Make sure you use the app. But let's jump right into this year's Kentucky Oaks. I think we have two major players going postward, both of them towards the outside in Midnight Bisou and Monomoy Girl. We'll start by talking about Midnight Bisou, who's going to be my top pick in here, and she will be vying for favoritism. We'll check her last win out, which I think was possibly the most visually impressive run that we've seen from any 3-year-old filly in the country. This was not a slow pace, but still, it wasn't normal California speed kind of going at it on the front end. And she flew by these horses like they were standing still. Mike Smith pushed the button at about the 3/8 pole, and she just loomed and zoomed away from this group. And I think she's a filly that doesn't necessarily need any kind of pace collapse. She can go and sit wherever she needs to be. She seems just like that push button individual. And I think she's very talented for a throwback trainer in Bill Spar. Looking forward to seeing what Midnight Bisou will do. Now, a filly that she's been very good, and she's the other undefeated 3-year-old season filly, and that's on the outside with Monomoy Girl. And people are saying that maybe she is a little bit hampered by her outside post. She has had the worst of it, and that she was drawn on the rail here, so her hand was a bit forced in the Ashland, but she was so much the best in here. She just scooted away from them. Another visually impressive performance from Monomoy Girl. The time before that, going back to the Rachel Alexandra, she was posted toward the outside. It was her first start coming off of that layoff, and she did kind of break outward from that outside post and cost her a couple lengths, but still she proved that she can rate and still be successful. So I think that's a feather in her cap. But like I said, she's going to have to deal with some other speed to her inside, including horses such as Take Charge Paula, Rhea, who will be making her first start for trainer Bob Baffert. He has said that she will likely be part of that pace scenario, as well as Classy Act. We'll see what she does taking those blinkers off, if she will show the same amount of speed. A filly that we also saw in that Ashland that I think could get a piece of this at a big price is Eskimo Kisses. Now, I think that Ashland was impressive because we saw pretty much the pace stay intact. Nobody else was moving from behind, where she was several lengths out of it. Down the backside, she was 5 behind the second to last horse, and she made a sustainable run at the eventual leader in Monomoy Girl. I know she was beaten 5 lengths by her, but she's a filly that has really come to hand after coming off of Lasix for trainer Kenny McPeak. That's why she was successful somewhat in coming off that short rest. So horses have that quicker recovery time when they do run without Lasix, and I think she's an individual that could be coming late that might be able to get a piece of this. But let's check out the horse who prepped here in New York, and that is My Miss Lily for trainer Mark Hennig. Now, My Miss Lily, it's an interesting race because we really don't know how good Sarah Street and the third place finisher Virginia Key is. She was a huge long shot, as we see Virginia Key in the middle of these runners. These 3-year-old fillies ran the exact same time, pretty much, as the Grade 3 Excelsior later on in the card. That's for older colts and geldings. So it's a pretty substantial time, and while she did battle, she was galloping out nicely, and I do think she's a filly that the longer she goes, the better she becomes. So the 9 furlong, she's accomplished at it, and I think she'd even handle a little more ground. It's just, do we believe that effort, and do we kind of fully understand how good those horses were? I think she gets a little bit of a class test coming up in the Oaks, but still want to include her, as she is the filly that is crying out for the distance of the 1.125 of the Kentucky Oaks. That'll do it. So those are my picks on the bottom of your screen. We'll take Midnight Bisou over Eskimo Kisses, Monomoy Girl, and My Miss Lily to round things out. Going towards the outside, hopefully that plays well, as if you want to play my picks, or if you have a completely different opinion, make sure you use your Naira Bets account. And if you haven't signed up, make sure you sign up today with that 10% 10% exacta winner's bonus. You might get $20 back. And also, if you don't have a Naira Bets account, make sure you sign up, the 200 sign up bonus, using promo code SPRING. Check out NairaBets.com. Thanks for joining me here. Best of luck in the Oaks and the Derby.